had a variety of infamous ladies, but probably the most well-known is stagecoach robber Pearl Hart, who is credited with committing the last stagecoach robbery in the state of Arizona. However, that's not actually true. There was someone else that actually committed the last stagecoach robbery, but I guess Pearl's story was better for the history books.
Whoa.
So
So
she gets the credit for it for some reason.
hers was spicier, so they're just like, overwrite this history crap. This one we like. We're
Never,
going with it.
never mind that one. It didn't count for some reason, I guess.
Bummer
See,
for that one.
yeah, I know. They're like, "Where's my?" Okay, well, Pearl Hart was a petite and attractive, well-educated woman, born of a respectable middle-class family from Lindsay, Ontario, Canada. But at the age of 17, she fell for a guy named Frederick Hart, and they eloped. But it didn't take long before their relationship just started to go terribly wrong. He was a horrible provider. He was drunk all the time. They couldn't make ends meet. So, in 1893, the couple travels to the Columbian Expedition in Chicago, Illinois to find work.
Wow.
While there, Pearl was enthralled by the Wild West shows that she would see, and she even saw Annie Oakley perform. So
Oh,
she's fallen in love with this shit. Plus, she attended some speeches made at the World's Fair Women's Pavilion by people like Julia Ward Howard, who was like a prominent women's activist and poet. Inspired by all of this strong woman type stuff and the Wild West, she soon mustered up the courage to leave her abusive, ratty husband and board a train to Colorado. But she was pregnant already. So she had to tail it back to mom and dad's place for a little while. But as soon as she popped that baby out, she couldn't get the West out of her mind. So she's like, I need you to take care of this. And
wow.
then she moved to Arizona.
So she went all the way. Was her parents still in Ontario when
Yeah.
she had the baby? Wow. And
Yeah.
so she left the baby there and went back to Arizona?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would have, not to say anything against my child, but damn, the freedom to just be like, here, Ma and Pa, take over this. I got some shit I got to take care of out in Arizona. Peace, and just.
I'm sure she spends it to them like, if you'll just watch him or her for a little while, I'm going to go make some money. I mean, I saw in these shows that I can make tons of money. I'm going to be right back. Okay. I'll send you cash and then I'll come back and I'll get him and him or her and all of that. No, I don't think she had any intention of doing that though.
Wow.
But some time passed while she's out west and she realizes it's not exactly painted the same way as she saw in her Wild West shows. And she was having a bit of a hard time making ends meet.
Shit.
So after Pearl receives a letter from home that her mother is sick and needed money, Pearl decides to spice things up herself. She hooks up with a miner named Joe Boot, and she looks for him for advice on how to make some quick cash. And Joe is just full of some ideas for Pearl.
Wow.
Their first scam was kind of an obvious one, I think. They were going to use Pearl to lure men back to her room in the thought that there was an opportunity for romance. But then Joe would jump out, knock the dude over the head, and then they would take all of his money.
Okay.
However, before they started carrying this out, they kind of started thinking and they were like, that's a lot of work for not a lot of cash. We don't even know how much money these dudes have in their pocket, if any.
Yeah.
So then the pair conceive an idea that they're going to rob a stagecoach. I feel like it was a big jump from that to this, but whatever. They thought big.
Skipped the beginners,
Yeah.
the trial era. They're just like, nope, go big or go home. Let's do it.
Let's do it. So they decide that they're going to hit this stagecoach up between Florence and Globe, that travels between those two.
Okay.
To get ready for the heist, Pearl cuts off her hair and she dresses in Joe's clothes. And on May 30th, 1899, they carry out their plan. They jump in front of a train with their guns drawn and they order the driver to stop. As Joe keeps his gun on the driver, Pearl ushers all the passengers off the coach and they empty out all their pockets.
Okay.
In total, they got $450 and a revolver. So, like, that's way better than hitting up one dude, right? The pair order all the passengers back onto the coach, and then as they are like kind of riding away, they fire a gun to let the driver know, you go ahead, you can go now.
Yeah.
But with all this planning that they did, the couple did not prepare for the fact that they were not very familiar with the surrounding desert hills.
Oh, shit.
I'm sure it's a lot of mounds of dirt that look exactly the same.
Oh.
So they ride off.
Did we turn left at that cactus, or was it that mound of dirt? And I think I've seen that critter before. So we are in the right direction. I am positive. I'm positive.
So they ride off, and after a couple of days, they still don't really know where they're at. They make camp in a grove of trees, and they build a campfire, and they fall asleep. And then they wake up to the sheriff and his posse.